again for another game of Wargame European Escalation. And yeah, it's going to be on the Hell's Highway map, with presumably this highway being the one for the Hellish. So yes, I'm going to be playing as Pact, so I'm actually right here at the Alpha Quadrant, well, the Alpha reinforcement zone, and yeah, my opponent Goods is going to be playing as NATO, spawning at, well, my top left, but yeah, spawning at the hotel zone. So yes, just decided to try to get one more replay out of the way before I get dinner. So, but in any case, by the time you see this, it'll be long past that anyway. Well, a few days past that since I upload the game's usually one replay a day. Well, what the hell? See what happens in this game. Can't quite remember what happens. Hopefully, there won't be as big of a disparity between rankings as my previous games have been so far. But we'll just have to see what happens. So I'll just speed things up a bit. So, what is he coming in with? A couple of cheap gunship helicopters. The cheap gunships. More gunships. Armored recons, commands, and yeah, crap loads of chaparrals. Wow, I guess they're cheap, but still. As well as yeah, his own fancy artillery, British artillery. Interesting. I see it often. A couple of infantry guys, and yeah, more command armor. So, I seem to have a bit more up. Let's see. I've got my Malkas. So there we go. Very nice artillery, very nice range, very nice accuracy there. As well as yeah, a whole bunch of infantry squads, a couple of ATGM jeeps, as well as yeah, a couple of AA missiles, as well as yeah, some supply trucks as well. Oh yeah, that's right. I put a couple of Motostelskis around here. There's yeah, still a bit of room for them to go around me, but oh well, still got to move a few obvious positions. Although yeah, probably could put some a bit closer to this as well. But what can you do? Whoa! And here we go. Looks like we got the first shots being fired by me. For some reason, I'm actually trying to fire at his. Interesting. Trying to fire uncorrected shots at his initial reinforcement zone. Interesting. Managing to get a couple of shots here and there, but yeah, usually it's just too inaccurate to be able to do that. So yes, of course, the difference between uncorrected and corrected shots. Uncorrected shots is when you basically blind fire without anyone spotting ahead of the artillery to where they're firing at. So which is much more inaccurate than firing corrected shots, which is yeah, basically when you have a unit spotting the particular spot where the opponent is firing. But yeah, my opponent's firing some shots back at me, probably at Bravo. Thankfully, yeah, I do have my guys spaced out there. But of course, he bloody manages to almost completely annihilate Motostelski's squad there. Not getting any points here, so not actually completely destroying there, but what can you do? And yeah, I think this actually turns out to be a bit more of an heavy, an infantry heavy match, given the amount of forest that's around here. In fact, I think I remember playing a team game on here before, and yeah, my infantry around the forest basically helped make one hell of a difference when my opponent around the Delta zone was trying to to push all those vehicles with inadequate infantry support. In the case, yeah, I think my recon helicopter got a bit fired on there by AA missiles, but he actually manages to stay alive. He's still calm with no hit points lost. Interesting. And yeah, start to move in my guys closer and closer to Delta, which is just as well give my opponent it's trying to get that secured. For some reason, sending a command vehicle around here rather than into the forest. I suppose it's a bit less obvious, but the problem is it doesn't offer as much cover either. But there you go. He is capturing it. Yep, Delta has been captured. And looks like he's also got a couple of guys in Echo. Hopefully I'll be spotting that with the armoured recon. I'll just have a look. Well, spotting one of his gunships at the very least, so for a bit of a target for my books. And oh, that's right. Yeah, as you can see, yeah, these guys, because they're in the swamp, yeah, have the name thingy, well, the little name tag flashing like that, which means, yeah, they're basically hidden from any view. This guy, yeah, was also hidden as well, managing to spot a couple of vehicles and a helicopter as well. So there we go, at least I know that there's something happening around Echo, which makes it all the more interesting. I'm deciding to aim at Delta. I'm just deciding to aim at Delta with my artillery because I know that there's a command vehicle there somewhere. So I'm just doing a bit of blind fire, hoping to blast the crap out of it. What does he see? Nothing actually. Wow, he's completely blind. Oh, there we go. He does have looks coming in to see my well, it says unknown there, but it was actually yeah, that PT thingamajiggy. Wow, actually coming in with BMPs and Motostelskis. That's an interesting combination, coming in with along a hedgerow, I think. Montestelski's unfortunately, yeah, getting caught out before they can do too much damage there, which kind of sucks, but oh well, what can you do? So what's that? Oh, looks with an autocannon and an MMG to be a pain in the ass. Why not say? What does he have here? Oh, okay, he's just got armoured recon there. Usually, if you just need something to stay stationary, like an armoured recon to stay stationary in a remote spot like this, don't need to move much or at all. Usually, just better off using infantry, in my opinion, as yeah, they do spot further, and yeah, because they don't need to move as much. You can sometimes even afford, you know, just to put the well, to use this transport somewhere else. But yeah, unfortunately, I don't quite decide to do that. Most of the time, yeah, I just usually have the transport right next to my infantry. But okay, so yeah, I do have some artillery shots coming in, doing a bit of damage there. Unfortunately, managing to miss every single damn time, and he's got it actually. Yeah, he's got the AMX-32s, the French glass cannons coming in, doing a bit of damage to my armoured recon there, who's about to die. Wow, he's still alive. Wow, incredible. But yeah, now of course my ATGM jeeps are under siege. Those HE rockets of the Cobra are doing a pretty decent job of yeah, taking them out, so you have to watch out for that as well. Where the hell are my books? Oh, of course my books are all the way back here, and they probably could reach them in terms of range. I think the forest and this elevation, change in elevation, will probably be preventing them from doing that. So yeah, unfortunately, yeah, my guys get torn up, but I do manage to cause a little bit more damage to my opponents. But yeah, as you can see, it's still anyone's game at this point. Okay, so he must have relocated to Foxtrot, so he's only got the FOBs and Abbots there. So I actually would have, in fact, I should have actually taken that as a bit of a signal to try to sneak in some infantry there. Maybe infantry there, actually, since they didn't really have anything to defend them either. Huh, interesting. Oh, well, but of course, yeah, when I do send infantry in helicopters, yeah, of course, always my opponent has something waiting for him to blow the crap out of him. Oh well, and yeah, now we're just exchanging a bit of artillery there as yeah, we prepare to move our respective units into position. For some reason my Montestelski decided to get out of that forest there, just had a bit of a death wish perhaps. Indeed. And wow, even causing a couple of his AMX-32s to rout, funnily enough. So yes, artillery actually hitting in the forest, but of course his bloody command vehicle's all the way back there, so maybe not such a bad decision to have it there actually. Although it does suffer a bit of damage. Oh, and it's only a command vehicle as well, so usually you don't want to send your command vehicle forward. Well, you usually don't want to use command vehicles at all really, except for your initial one perhaps. But yeah, as you can see, yeah, because yeah, they don't have any armor and the fact that they've got 5 hit points, they're very vulnerable to artillery there. Almost managed to kill it with my artillery so far. I can't remember if I actually do or not. See what happens. In any case, yeah, I've actually got a couple of T-5s coming in here. Oh, that's right, because I did have Bravo reinforced. Or rather, not reinforced, but I had a command vehicle in Bravo in order to be able to reinforce. So yeah, I decided to come in with slightly fancier than normal T-55s, trying to do a bit of damage to his AMX-10 RCs. Okay, interesting. And yeah, pretty sure sent in recon with these guys as quickly as possible. What can you do? Decide to send one in now. And these guys, they've actually got poor stabilizers, so they're not too bad firing on the move. While these guys have got no stabilizers, funnily enough. Managed to take out one of them, but yeah, he still manages to keep my guys from being able to do too much damage there. And wow, that one just sticking out like a sore thumb, not bad. So 1/2 of battle time has lapsed. Oh, okay, because yeah, we're actually on a timer here, so I think it was a bit more of a custom game, as yeah, you don't get that in ranked games, to say the least. So tanks trying to do a bit of damage there, but yeah, unfortunately it's just too out of range for me to see what the hell he's actually doing even. So yeah, finally the armed recon coming in. Interesting, actually sending in martyrs. Oh, okay, he's got bloody ATGMs. So I should have sent in some bloody cheap ATGM jeeps as well, so I don't know what the hell's thinking there, but yeah, in any case, yeah, now he's got his martyrs aiming at me. Panzer Grenadiers, stocked to the teeth with ATGMs, and my tank's just coming in with the armoured recon lagging in, lagging a bit there. Oh, actually, oh, there we go, these HMGs actually having a bit of a decent range there, doing a bit of damage to these Panzer Grenadiers. I should have just kept sending them forward in my opinion, but oh, what can you do? And of course here come his cheap Cobras to mess up my tanks there, and yeah, basically get them panicked and routing, and yeah, not too good at all to say the least. I don't know what I was thinking, not sending in books, but of course, yeah, there you go. I'm sending books now along with more T-55s this time, just the cheapest variant. So yeah, a bit of a reactive style of play. I really should have sent in those books a bit sooner, but what can you do? And at the same time, there we go, finally taking a bit more of the initiative here, sending in more to Stelskis, although funnily enough not actually sending in any recon there. My recon's all the way back there, don't have anything to send around here. But probably figuring, you know, the recon probably wouldn't do much good anyway with all the amount of forest that's there, so what the hell. And at the same time, yeah, these books continue to do a bit of damage to the Cobras. Bam, man, what the hell, we'll just watch it crash. Bam. It's not bad how it sort of reorients itself instantly the second it hits the ground, as you can see, like, just suddenly rights itself there. Oh well. Sorry. And let's see what do we have happening here. Cobras, wow, I actually attempt an attack with my Motostrelskis, and seeing as they're out in the open, yeah, they're just going to get the crap beaten out of them. Even got AMX, sorry, AMX 32s firing, which I've just noticed have actually got really crappy HE power. Never noticed that before, but in any case, yeah, these guys get cut down. BMP is getting into the fray though, and oh, that's right. Oh, that is good. Because you can tell them to fire on the ground. The fact that, yeah, these Cobras are basically almost completely landed, yeah, actually managed to do quite a bit of damage to one of them. And there we go, actually managed to take him out with HE shells because it's so close to the ground, which is kind of funny. So yeah, the second one managing to retreat with full health and somehow still being calm, despite the fact that he had bloody HE shells landing around him and saw his comrade just get taken out just like that. But anyway, oh indeed. And yeah, MX-30 taken out by my fancy ATGM Jeeps at the same time, and yeah, not exactly having a great time, these T-55s. But the thing is, if he does manage to get too close to this reinforcement point, then yeah, he'll effectively be able to block me from reinforcing effectively from the Bravo zone, which would kind of suck to say the least. Very much. What does he have still? He's only got Foxtrot and Delta, well I've got Charlie, Bravo and Alpha, so 1, 3, 6 and 4, 2, 6. So yeah, he's just got more, or he doesn't have more, he's got the same amount of reinforcement points or command points, whatever they're called, coming in. But I suppose you could say he's got less ground to worry about, while I've got a bit more ground to worry about. But then again, as you can see, doing a good job with spreading out infantry, and yeah, do have a second reinforcement zone here, while having one back here as well. So, well, him though leaving his FOB back behind along with self-powered artillery would have made himself vulnerable, which is something that unfortunately I didn't take advantage of, which kind of sucks, but oh well. I just decided not to do something like that at the time. Because yeah, that sort of stuff can work, I just probably need to, well, have a bit more experience in doing it, trying to go a bit more around, and yeah, of course trying to drop off the infantry a bit more, well, a bit more far away, a bit further away. Then yeah, trying to drop them off next to bloody forests, but oh well, what can you do? And here we go, got BMPs again, trying to aim manually, I think, yeah, just trying to take out this Chinook. Fortunately not being able to do too much damage to their HE shells, they decided to just give up altogether. Why not? So these guys are getting caught up with artillery, but yeah, still not doing too much damage. And I think I was just saying with artillery there because I was hoping the command vehicle will be there rather than over there, of course. But of course, that not being the case. But oh well, what can you do? This should have a hell of a time taking out his martyrs. You can see they're exposing their side armor to my BMP-1s, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, even the recon getting in on the action a bit there. So there we go. Is he actually going to rotate them? No, he's not. So we've got one quarter of the battle remaining, and as you can see, I got more points than my opponents. Actually, I don't mind having a bit of a time limit there. It kind of forces well, kind of forces a bit more action to occur in a short amount of time rather than, you know, just sitting back. And here we go, more artillery coming in. Watch, not doing too much damage here. And as for the my right flank, not doing too much damage. Oh my, that was very close. These are ATGM Jeeps and the more expensive variants. Yeah, 20 points compared to 15 points. And yeah, but they still have the same frailties as other ATM Jeeps though. So wow, very lucky that they didn't get destroyed by that artillery barrage, just almost going through it like that. Yeah, it's interesting indeed. And here we go, so I've actually taken out everything here. Artillery is still being fired at this forest here in the hopes that it will actually hit something, but nope, unfortunately not. Probably could have sent in a separate recon unit just to try to see what the hell was going on there. And my opponent's being very audacious, keeping his command vehicle there. Especially, oh there we go, it actually was repaired at some point. But still keeping it there with no support. I mean, if I just decide to go up, even if I just rush these BMPs, I would just be able to take it out just like that. But at the same time, I think I was still a bit worried about what was in this forest, and yeah, just these little hedgerows, because you never know where enemy infantry could be lurking. So I think I was just being a little bit, well, that's a few things he's got going there. Okay, so he's got 2 extra artillery pieces. But anyway, yeah. Yeah, I was just being a bit cautious there, and my opponent's though not being too cautious when it comes to artillery. Oh, there we go. Actually managed to take out his cobras there with my books. Nice bit of range there, to say the least. Recently, I've actually decided to switch to using Tunguskas instead of these books, as Tunguskas they get on a very nice autocannon, and yeah, they also get a bit of armor as well, while these books don't have any armor. They've got 10 hit points, but the thing is they're very vulnerable to artillery, and they fall to artillery very easily in some of my later replays, which hopefully you should be seeing at later points, depending on when I do them. And again, for some reason I decided to just keep these bastards away from these trees, despite the fact that I think that they'll still have a bit of cover when it comes to yeah, when it comes to even camping out in hedged farmlands. There we go, finally decided to send them back while the armoured recon decides to rout and yeah, basically stop doing anything too useful. Same time though, yeah, these guys under attack. Yeah, what can I actually see? Ah, I can only see his infantry, that's why they're attacking him. And of course, yeah, now my tank's routing a bit as well, just panicked there, which kind of sucks. But as you can see, yeah, I do have a very nice advantage over my opponent. And is my artillery firing at something? Nope, I guess that was his artillery firing maybe. Sounds like something. Oh, never mind, no. Okay, it was actually his looks that was firing. So yeah, it's actually sending in the SU-122s for the first time to clear out these forest, and of course there's no infantry, of course. Yeah, there's bloody autocannon equipped units, which kind of sucks. Well, these guys do have a bit of armor at the very least, at the front anyway, so it's not too shabby. But still, yeah, it kind of sucks, because yeah, their AP power is really crappy to say the least. But there we go, what the hell, they managed to get a few shots off. Oh, I'm actually taking out his chaparrals first. Even got my AETGM jeeps firing at these guys to get a slice of the action, as it were. So there you go, SU-122 is not too shabby there. They're very cheap as well. Well, 15 points without... there we go, 15 points without veterancy. In any case, yeah, I managed to take that with the help of these guys. And of course, here comes the reply from my opponents. A bit of artillery worrying these guys. For some reason, oh, there we go, decided to get them out of there. And will it be in the nick of time? Yep, just barely. Wow, very close game indeed, to say the least. Well, very close call, that to say the least. The game itself is not actually that close. Of course, it's going to be a bit of a lopsided affair. Oh well, and here come more of my SU-122s. These guys, oh, one of them anyway, getting a bit shell-shocked there, to say the least. But yeah, a few more coming in. And yeah, you can also get these guys in relatively good numbers as well. So rather than waiting for these guys, I decided just to send them in out all at once. Probably not the greatest thing to do, but oh well, you do. And wow, I've got martyrs with okay, no ATGMs, but yeah, their autocannons are a massive pain in the ass, to say the least, when they can get in range like this. But there we go, SU-122 is finally getting into the thick of things. Of course, yeah, now they're showing their bloody rear armor as they're facing to take out these Panzergrenadiers. But yeah, as you can see, they do get very good. There we go, HE power 5 shells as well as a HMG. So yeah, very good job in taking out infantry. But yeah, I needed to pay more attention to these martyrs, which yeah, as you can see, were massacring my SU-122. It's kind of sucked to say less, but yeah, these Panzergrenadiers are a bit expensive as well. But I think he probably came out a bit better since he took out basically all of my SU-122s there. But there you go. Game is over, and I've got total victory, so even better than major victory. And of course, you look at the... Actually, there's not much disparity when it comes to the ranking. I mean, 14 compared to 18 is... yeah, it's not like 18 compared to 100, for example. There's still, you know, relatively even. So there you have it. Until next time, this has been David Vid, just signing off.